Hello? Are we on? We good?
Yep,
Alright. Hello and welcome
should be.
to don't say that after you said yes.
Well,
Damn it. Anyway, welcome to this Q&A for Aether Academy. I am June, the student council president, and this is our new student Maurice. Please refer to Maurice for all questions. He has the notes.
well,
You'll be great, buddy.
I was told to stand here
Anyway,
and look pretty.
no, that's my job.
Oh,
I mean, you can be. Well, I would say you're more handsome than pretty. Maybe if we put you in the. Ooh, you just gave me a new idea for some duels.
no.
Oh, come on, I haven't even said what it was.
I feel like I've had enough already. You were trying to say something, right?
What?
You were trying to say something, right?
You said no to my answer.
Oh,
You didn't want to hear. You said no before I even said what my idea was for the duels.
no, like the whole introduction here.
Oh, yeah. It's Q&A for all possible new, I guess, new students who are watching the video, or possible new students, something like that, right? This is what this is for, right, camera guy?
Yeah,
I got thumbs up.
yeah.
I wasn't expecting you to respond, cameraman.
Oh, why not? Just have to speak through Maurice,
Camera.
that's all.
Anyway, until we start getting some questions.
Yeah,
My
no,
computer stop
until then,
disconnect.
I do have general questions that I can answer myself.
All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
All right, so the first question: what is Aether Academy? Because I mean, that's probably the most basic question anyone here could ask. Well, June, what is Aether Academy?
Do you want the in-character question answer or the out-of-character answer?
Both.
Okay, well, Aether
You don't. You
Academy
don't. You
is
don't have to do both.
I can. You said both.
Yeah, no, but like one answer one answer the other. But it's fine. You can do both if you want.
Aether Academy is and is a video series that we are planning to make.
You hesitated on animation.
I was not going to say animate because it's not animation. It's not an animatic. I don't know.
Guess the term animated can still count, just in a broader sense.
Broader sense of the word. My YouTube would let me see the chat because I doubt anything's happening in chat
No,
right now. But
I can see chat.
it's not reconnected. God damn it! I miss my other computer. Oh, wait, why are you saying I'm not offline?
That's a good sign.
That is. I am very clearly connected to the internet.
But are you sure
Anyway,
about that?
yes, yes, I am. What do you mean no internet connection?
I could take over the question for you
Yes, I'm trying to
while
find
you
it.
try and figure that out. So, Aether Academy, as stated, is a sort of not so much entirely animated series. It'll make more sense once the first episode or two come out. Still not sure on how big of a batch we're gonna do it first, because right now, I'll answer that part later. But overall, it is a series that, if it's not entirely obvious yet, revolves around duel monsters, aka Yu-Gi-Oh! And within said world, takes place at a location rightfully called Aether Academy. In said academy are students of all variety, here for one reason or another. With a myriad cast of characters, and when I say myriad, that cast is going to keep on growing, isn't it? Oh, God. An all-original cast made from ourselves. So, in other words, you will not be seeing your Yukimotos, you will not be seeing your Tokaibas or anything like that. I have just realized that I can very clearly see the off-circular schoolhouses as they are sliding by. Oh, I hate that I've noticed that now. Because now I've pointed
What?
it out. I can very clearly see when it goes from advanced to fusion, just the change in shape.
Sorry, I didn't know.
No, it's not your fault. I can just very much see it go oblong. It's not terrible though. Where was I?
I don't know.
Oh, right. All original cast. You will not be seeing anything akin to legacy characters or pre-existing Yu-Gi-Oh characters. Probably not. I don't think we have plans for that, do we?
I don't think so. I don't
Like,
remember
like there
any
might be
plan.
a singular mention of like a name, but they're never going to
Maybe,
actually appear.
maybe like referencing to Kaiba Corp or Pegasus, whatever Pegasus company was called.
Pegacore. That's not right.
I don't remember what it was called.
I don't know if he had. Did he have a name? Did it have a name?
It had to have had a name.
Maybe.
For some reason, it's saying my internet is not secure, even though this is the same fucking internet I use.
Well, I can hear you just fine, so you gotta be on the internet.
Well, no, it's just on my computer.
Oh, weird.
It is weird. I don't want to shut down my computer and have to start all over again.
Anyway, I think that pretty much sums up Aether Academy, because the rest of it is a bit self-explanatory. Like, yes, there will be its own story. That much should be obvious since it is a story.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually a good lead into another question that could just be a general one people could have. And for people who are just tuning in, this is a Q&A. If you have any questions for us regarding Aether Academy, whether it be the channel or the series, whatever, feel free to ask them and we will answer them in kind.
Pull up the chat on my phone.
I can still see chat, so you don't need to worry as much.
I know, but I like to.
No, I get it.
The one thing I can do is
You're a moderator. Why wouldn't you want to?
I also don't have all the answers. I only have some of the answers.
But that lead-in question that I was talking about is there a protagonist? The answer is a short answer, yes. Long answer, it's complicated. There is no singular one protagonist. There are multiple main characters, but for any singular one to be akin to your Yugimotos, your Judayukis, no. I say that I've now realized one of the main characters' names does start with a YU. But despite that, she is not the main character. Depending on which section of the story you'll look at, there will be times where one person will have their moments, they will have their own arcs. So in those circumstances, yes, they are the protagonist of that section of story. But in terms of the overall Aether Academy, what it is, no, there is not a singular protagonist. Multiple characters will get their time to shine. Not every character, that would be a trip to hell and back to make happen.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of characters.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Up in the corner.
Oh, you're looking at it again. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I couldn't look at it before because my computer was crapping out.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna try this again.
Hopefully that was a good enough answer for whoever might have had said question. And actually, that is a... I just realized that there was another question that we sort of got before... Sorry, hiccups. Oof. A semi-question, which wasn't really a question that I saw previously. Will every summoning method be included? As you can sort of tell by the spinning not spinning, but the slideshow animation above me. Sort of. Oh, just watching it change from advanced to fusion. There actually this is I will get to that answer, but I want to do a little bit of a lead in so this can make sense for what I'm actually saying, because I've realized I've said the term advanced a few times, but what is advanced? The school of Aether Academy is split into 5 different houses. If you watch the trailer, you know it depends on how you duel. What is the duelist style? By which I mean summoning mechanic. So there is the fusion house, there is the synchro house, there is the Xyz house. I was almost going at the same rate as the slideshow. I am not going to keep that up because that's too slow for my liking. There is the Link house. I'm back to it, I guess. And finally, there is the advanced house. All of them are probably self-explanatory, except for advanced, which does not necessarily mean you are in the advanced class as in you're above the rest, even though some people in there may think so. No, it actually it actually refers to the Japanese name for tribute summoning, advanced summoning. It is more so for people who do not so much rely on any extra deck summoning mechanic. So people who, and I do say that there is a bit of a caveat there, which I can explain as well. It's either people who play stuff like Monarchs, where you don't want your extra deck at all. It can be people who rely on Ritual, which is a non-extra deck summoning mechanic. Or people who don't heavily rely on the extra deck. So a good example for that is Dogmatica, let's say. Just the first example I could think of. Dogmatica, yes, they have an extra deck, and they can fusion summon with it using something like Fallen of Albaz, or if they want to use other Albaz cards, especially since now they have their own fusion monster too in there. But they don't rely on it, and they very much want to get rid of it and their opponent's extra decks. So, no, there's a better example there.
You could almost say it's where all the leftovers go.
Well, I guess. I do want to see though, because there is a good example of a deck that I'm talking about here.
Okay, my computer is now working.
That's nice.
Or should I say my laptop?
Okay, think Ninja. Ninjas at first were just a deck like way back in the olden days. They didn't have any extra deck. Eventually, in the Zexal era, they got a few Xyz monsters. Later on, they got Lynx and Pendulum, and at this point, they have I think everything except a Synchro monster. Well, and Ritual, but that's not what I'm talking about. So Ninja can do basically any summoning mechanic they so choose, but they do not heavily rely on any one more than they could the others. So, while yes, they could go into other houses, they would be in advanced. Which is a very clear distinction between something that has other summoning mechanics, but does not heavily rely on them. So, here's a good example that is also a bit in character. Maurice Flauburn, the blue-haired man on screen right now. He uses Infernoble Knights. So yes, he is in the Synchro House. Thank you for appearing for me. Because they Synchro Summon. But, I hear you saying, but Charlemagne, the Link 1 monster, that is pretty much an evolution for their boss Synchro monster, is a Link monster. So could he also not be in the Link House? Well, besides not having access to said card in the first moment he joined the Academy. Maurice's main summoning mechanic is Synchro. He can Link summon, but he does not rely on it as much as the deck does Synchro. Hence, Synchro House. Hopefully that is a good enough explanation for what the Advanced House is. Where was I trying to go with that? I had to answer that question to go somewhere else. What was I trying to answer?
About all the house, if all the summoning mechanics would be in.
Thank you. That was a really long-winded way of me saying, yes, every summoning mechanic currently in Master Duel format will be in the game. I say that because I don't want to say yes, we'll include maximum summons, because if we were to use rush duels, that'd be a whole other thing that can't really integrate well with actual master duels. So I think maximums are neat, but no. Alright. That's that. Alright, so while I think of another question that could pop up, because I think I might have, and I just have to find it again. If you have a question in general, Joey, or if chat currently has anyone who has said questions for us, whether about the channel or the series, feel free to ask while I look for something.
I don't know what question to ask, and I think the two people in chat are me.
Both of them?
Yes, because I have it up on my phone and my computer.
Okay.
In case my computer decides to go to the Shadow Realm.
Fair enough. I guess that's a question while I just remembered the other one. Okay. Is there a Shadow Realm? No, not really. Are people going to just straight up die? Probably not.
We don't really want to kill our characters.
However, that said, there is a section that I think we're pretty sure will happen where someone goes to a coma for a little bit, so that's similar to what happened for someone going in the Shadow Realm.
Yeah,
we're
not planning.
Things will happen.
It's a little light-hearted.
Yeah.
Then
it'll have its serious moments, but it'll not get super duper dark.
We have enough of that in real life. We don't need dark in our fantasy.
No. This is very much mostly upbeat and school vibes, as well as a bit of rivalry and mischievous.
Yes.
And maybe some mystery and not thriller. I was about to say trigger.
Mm-hmm.
But I remembered what my other question, just in general, is. What is this channel for? That's probably where I should have started before the series itself, but this channel is, rightfully so, for Aether Academy. It is where we will post things regarding Aether Academy from this point on, whether it is other trailers or the series itself, obviously. As well, it will be a place for us to just put things that don't belong on D1001 Tales as much. Hopefully they will still be things that can relate to Aether Academy overall, but it will also just be a place because that other channel is meant for more D&D. This is not D&D. Right, I guess that might not have been clear up to this point. Aether Academy is not Dungeons & Dragons. It is not a campaign. It is a series that will show its own story, but it is not as interactive or, I was going to say cooperative, but it is technically still that, as D&D.
Mm-hmm, but not to the extent of where it's happening as we make it.
Yeah.
We can go back and change things we don't like and really go through it and not leave things to chance.
As I had said before, we have quite a bit of it planned, and quite literally episodes 1 and 2 are already almost fully scripted. I would have to double check if episode 2 is complete or not. I think it is, but I might want to look through it again.
And the only RNG is when we're making the duels themselves.
True.
We have to keep doing until we get it right.
I guess is another type of question, like, how are we doing the duels? We are doing our duels through Project Ignis, aka EdoPro. It's just a nice program to use. We're not using Dueling Book or any of that sort, even though it could technically be easier for the sake of scripting. But it is just simpler for us to use EdoPro. It's also what I've used for years, so a bit more commonplace there. So it does also add that bit of randomness to the duels as we go about them. Because yes, we do have a plan for like, oh, so-and-so are dueling. Or, let me say it this way so it's clear. Duelist A and Duelist B are dueling. We know Duelist B is going to win, so that needs to happen first of all. and we know that it needs to be a fairly close match, and that maybe Duelist B uses K Monster to win. So with that in mind, we go through the duel, we do it ourselves, see where we get, do it a couple times, even if the first try is what we're looking for, just to see if we get something that we like more. I think a good example there is what you would see in episode 3, I want to say. Because the...
Also,
Oh, sorry, you can go.
yeah, but also if we do one and it turns out really awesome in a way we were not expecting, we may end up using that one.
Yes.
So there is some RNG magic in there.
Of course, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not entirely skill, it is partially luck. Heart of the cards and all that.
Or the cards.
But a example without spoiling anything, because let alone episodes 1 and 2, we have the duel for episode 3 done, but we have not scripted that one yet, let alone the entire storyboard. So episode 3, we got the duel. We basically got it in the first take, but we did a couple more duels. I want to say 3 or 4 total between them. And we still ended up sticking with the first one just as it ended in a way that fit the characters more than the others. I think it also was one of the only ones where it ended with the right boss monster.
Also true.
I don't remember how many times they were able to bring that thing out, because it's not the easiest one.
Yeah.
But regardless, yes, that is how we are doing the duels here. Semi-scripted with Edo Pro as the base. Now, another question about just the channel is it related to D1001 Tales? Short answer, yes. This is more so just a channel to keep that one from being cluttered with, as I said, stuff that's not Dungeons and Dragons, because that's what that channel is meant to be about. Yes, you will have seen the two of us do things, or a lot of people do things on that channel that aren't Dungeons and Dragons. Well, we only had the one channel. But Aether Academy was where we really thought, I mean, yeah, we're still the ones doing it, but it'll just be better to have it organized in its own little place. Yes, that means less people might see it, because obviously subscribers and all of that who sees the stuff, but just overall felt better that way. That does not mean that we're done with D1001 Tales. I want to make that very clear. We are still very much a part of it. Dungeons and Dragons will still happen over there. I mean, hell, I'm still running my own games over there. This is just for other stuff. Whether it is just off live streams that you can think of like this, where it explains a bit about Aether Academy, or spoiler, we've already recorded an episode of a new series that is not Dungeons and Dragons or Aether Academy related, sort of, that will be going up here at some point. Not sure how much longer until I decide to upload that, but hey, maybe. So there will be stuff here. It's not going to just be an empty channel until eventually Aether Academy comes out, but don't expect like 4 live streams a week like there is over there.
Yeah, probably won't get as much love in terms of live streams,
but perhaps a bit more in terms of videos.
Maybe once a week.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Okay, where should it be? I hate that I look at the house symbols every time it goes from advanced to fusion.
Well, maybe we could try to. I don't know.
No, it's fine as it is. I just hate how noticeable it is between those two specifically.
Well, that's because Fusion was the first one I did when I didn't realize the
No,
auto circle thing wasn't on.
I'm aware of that.
And
Because like
advanced is
I
when
can
you had got
see
hang up.
I can see where some of the others are a different shape, but they're not as bad as that specific transition.
Yeah.
Like if I just had them go in a different order, it'd probably be better. But
Well, I
that's
guess
the order that I always have the houses in, so
that's the order in which they were made.
I don't know
So
if that's
let's
right.
say I'm pretty sure it's right.
I thought you made Link before Synchro.
Link is Link. No, no, no. I made Link. I made Link after Synchro.
Well then.
Wait, am I mixed? No, Link. Yeah, no, no, no. I
Link
made
is
Link
light
after
blue with arrows.
Link is. And I made yeah, no, I was right. I was right. I made Link after Synchro.
Okay.
I had the design for Link before. No, no, I had the design for Synchro before. No, wait, which one? No, I had the design for X, Y, and Z's before I made the synchros. And then I made the synchros, then I made X, Y, and Z completely. And then I did Link, and then Advanced.
Okay.
So Synchro is also. Synchro might be the right, not oblong, but I think it. I think they are. I think I might have fixed them all except for Fusion. Fusion is
Except
the one
Fusion. Wonderful.
because I started on because I started doing X XZs before I figured out how to make sure that everything was perfectly circle, and I couldn't get it the way I wanted it to. It was giving me a pain, so I moved on to the other one, and then I'm like, oh, perfect circles.
Circles are helpful.
Yes, circles are helpful.
That's how I actually make eyes. I don't draw those by hand. Well, I like pupils, irises.
Um,
Hmm?
the pupil, the circle, yes, but everything else I do
And,
by.
yeah. Okay, let's see. Another question. Which I guess I could say again in case there's new chat here, just in case. If you have any questions for us, feel free to ask them and we'll get to them. Whether the questions are about Aether Academy the series, Aether Academy the channel, or just anything in general you want to ask us right now.
Mhm.
As I look to see a question that people could have. Because while yes, there might not be many people here right now, if people were to look back at this VOD and watch it, hopefully they can still have their questions answered.
Yep.
Which, oh, I guess that could be something that we may do another Q&A in the future, so if you leave your questions in the comments below if you're watching this as a VOD, we can read those and save them for later.
Yeah. We could do that.
But that is if you are watching this right now, not live.
Mm-hmm. But okay.
Hmm?
Well,
What?
the way you said that if you're watching it right now, not live. Right now is live.
Well, not if they're watching the VOD and they're listening.
Oh yes, that's what you say. If you're watching this in the future, they can see the future.
Some people can.
Maybe. Oh.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Huh?
I thought you were making a hint. A little nod, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, so I'm like, oh, but I didn't think about that part. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and don't you worry, listeners or viewers. We won't spoil very much right now.
Hopefully.
Maybe little hints, but nothing more than that.
unless we're being stupid.
Just accidentally say the full story.
Well, bear.
That'd be impressive because we don't even know the full story right now.
I mean, the story which we have written already.
Oh yeah.
In the end, someone loses.
Oh no. In the end, the person on the right loses.
In the end, it doesn't really matter.
There's a little Yu-Gi-Oh! Inside info if you don't know. Usually the protagonist is always on the left side and the antagonist on the right. Since usually the protagonist wins. Yes,
You're
I know
right,
it'd be hard to do in the way we do it.
You're right, or am I right?
Screen right.
Okay, good. That's how it should be.
Yes, I guess
Yeah.
Maurice would win.
Oh, wait. Shit.
Protagonist on the left. Which I guess isn't inaccurate, but like we said, there's no one protagonist. At a point, both the characters on screen will be that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, here's a loaded question. When will Aether Academy come out?
We can't see the future.
I don't know. Look, I'll be completely honest and transparent on this part. We've been planning this for past 2 years. I don't want to say 3.
I don't think it's been 3 yet.
Past 2 years and took a 1-year break on making it. So essentially been making it for 1 year, but for the span of 2 years.
Yeah.
And the original planned release time was fall of this year.
Uh-huh.
However, that 1-year break was definitely something.
Uh-huh.
So I guess you could tentatively say fall of next year, but that's not a promise or a guarantee. It's just a thought, a prediction.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get it out sooner.
It's very possible.
It's very possible we could have an inspiration rush and just go ham.
I mean, if you want to know what step of the process we're currently at, we're still signing people up for certain roles, so we don't even have the full cast being voiced yet.
Wait, do we have enough for the first episode?
No. No, wait,
We
hang on.
don't?
Maybe we
Really?
do. I want to check.
We might.
I want to double check who's in the first episode. Because there should be a
Me?
list for that somewhere.
Oh, well, no, there might be some. There's some vocal ranges we may be lacking in at the moment.
Episode 1. Okay, who is being voiced? Has a voice, has a voice, has a voice, has a voice, has a voice. Has a voice, has a voice. Sorry, it's going to take a while. If you want to keep them entertained.
Yeah,
Has a
entertainment.
voice.
Woo!
Potentially could have a voice, but doesn't yet. Has a voice.
Yeah. I mean,
Has a voice, but
I
we would
have
need to get a
no-
hold of them.
yeah. What? We got all of them?
No, would have to get a hold of one of them. Cough Arcos.
Oh, the elusive one.
Doesn't. Oh wait, no. Maybe has a voice. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, I don't know about you. There are a couple of people who would need a voice, but the majority for episode 1 are good to go.
Okay, so yeah. The only other than the only thing else holding us back is the art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually been the cornerstone for a lot of this process being slowed down.
Inspiration. She is but a fickle mistress.
Especially for like all of spring of this year. I don't think anything happened.
Uh-huh.
No,
And
wait, at least for me it was summer that I did almost nothing.
Yeah. And I got mad with 2 of my drawings and couldn't get them right.
You know, ironically enough, we almost have art for all of the quote unquote 5 main characters except for 2.
Yeah. Working on that eventually, but other projects are getting in the way of that art.
We need some time as a break, which we're not giving ourselves, obviously.
No, we're not.
Because
And then
full steam
also,
ahead.
and then with motivation not being the best because wanting to draw and work and other
Mhm.
things crap on the mood, and when you get home you just want to lie down and not do anything.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'll be honest, this thumbnail was very lucky that I just managed to have the inspiration to just do in one sitting a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, yes, every episode is planned to have, like, a unique thumbnail. It's not like how in our own sessions we're just going to slap an image of a character on. It'll be more
Mhm.
akin to how Clutch has his thumbnails. So far, just for Nowhere to Hide, but I imagine that'll change and stay the same for future campaigns of his,
Mhm.
where each thumbnail is its own unique image.
Yeah. But probably to a theme of some point.
Mm-hmm. Because, well, I mean, it should be obvious, but this is not going to be a weekly series. This is probably not going to be a monthly series. It is going to be a, when we get the episode done, it'll go out.
Yep.
When the episode is scripted, when the episode is edited, when everyone has spoken their voice lines and are satisfying enough,
Mhm.
when it's all edited together and the thumbnail is good to go, that is when the episode will go out. So if we were to give ourselves a schedule on top of everything else we're already doing for D1001, no.
Then
Just no.
all motivation would die.
Which is not to say we will be lazy about this series or postpone it on purpose. It is purely us putting in our most for this, which takes time.
Yeah.
If it's not partially obvious by how long it's taken in the first place.
Yep.
But hey, at least it wasn't a complete lie at the beginning of the year when I said there'd be an Aether Academy announcement by the end of the year.
Yep.
It did happen, just, I may have expected it to be a bit sooner.
Mhm. Maybe a bit more.
Bit more what?
A
A bit more
too.
ready, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I am wondering if there should be a part here where we do introduce at least a couple characters.
I mean, you could introduce the ones on the slideshow.
Oh, yes, I can. But for that, I feel like we need a little bit of a change of pace.
Okay.
Gotta go. We're just. It's the island right now. We gotta go somewhere a bit more meaningful.
I see what you mean. Whee!
So, that I actually had prepared.
Yep.
Okay.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
Gotta find the image. Gotta find an image.
Gotta find it.
Alright. Let's start first with. Hello. God, so big.
Up, whoop, whoop. Hey, mind your pace. Up, not down there. No, bad boy.
You're a little bit delayed.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
I'm just looking at the screen watching. I don't have OBS open like
No,
you do now.
I know. I'm aware.
I'm slapping his ass.
Fine. This?
That is what it looks like.
No, I can see it. I can see it. It's a little bit higher, though, but. This is the Fusion House leader. because each house has a single duelist who is considered the leader, whether they are actually the strongest duelist in the house, the one best fit for their mechanic, or other qualifications, depends from house to house. But for Viper here, he is there because he is, if not the, one of the strongest fusion duelists in the Academy. Which, that is the Academy, not just his house.
Mhm.
We'll not go too deep into who he is as a character. That you'll have to find out as the series progresses. Or maybe we will do better character introductions later on. But for now, that is the Fusion House leader. Following that. Yes, I'm doing all this in real time, so it takes time.
You know what I just realized?
Hmm.
We never moved into the stream/recording thing.
Oh, that's true. I didn't
No one
think about that.
Ah, so professional.
Yes, we are professionals.
Mm-hmm.
Now this... hold on, what's your last name? That's a bad sign.
You should know his last name.
I should know his last name. This is the Synchro House Leader, and also the youngest House Leader of the bunch. Harold Mackerel. He is the House Leader, not so much because he is the strongest or the best, but he has the most potential of the current generation. That, and he can back it up with dueling prowess, because otherwise he wouldn't be House Leader in the first place. Because they still have to earn it in some regard. So, that is Harold. One of the more promising of the House Leaders, if not the strongest. Certainly not the strongest. If we were to...
Let's say you just said, if not the strongest.
Because if we were to, like, say, have a duel between Viper and Harold, 9 times out of 10, Viper would probably come out on top. Maybe closer to 8 out of 10.
Depends on the height of the cards.
And following that, we have a bit of a more unique case. Don't mind me, I need to get a few things. Hold on. Please hold on. Standing by.
Red Leader, standing by.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
We'll fix that in a moment, but first.
But first. Who's but?
Oh, hi as well. God, they're all covering everything.
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't they?
Of course, of course. A little bit smaller. There we go. Next up is Xyz, which has not one, but 2 co-house leaders. We have... What is your last name? I want to make sure I'm right. I know one of them, not both off the top of my head. I should, though. Yes, I really should. We have, on the left, Chris Millay, and the one on the right, Merlin Strix. If you want to be technical about it, Chris is the Xyz house leader. However, the 2 of them are close enough that they pretty much... What the hell just happened?
I don't know what happened.
I just saw the viewers shoot up from 1 to 11. I'm not sure if that's right or wrong.
I could... Oh, yeah, no, hell yeah, I see 11.
Hi. Well, if that is accurate, now I really should say again, while we are doing this stream, this is a Q&A. If you have any questions for us regarding Aether Academy, either the series or channel, feel free to ask us and we will get to those questions. Now it's down to 3, a normal number. I feel more confident on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's 2 for me.
So, as I was saying, Chris is more or less the Xyz house leader, and Merlin is the part of that. However, the part that makes them actual house leaders swaps between the two of them, so overall, yes, they are both the leader of the Xyz house. Now, if they were to duel each other, it could be a toss of a coin for who wins. If either of them were to duel Chris, no, that is Chris. Harold, if either of them were to duel Harold, well, it would be close, but Chris or Merlin would probably come out on top. Let's say 6 times out of 10. And Viper, that one could also be a coin toss. Those 3 could be considered about equals. And next up is one of my personal favorite house leaders. We've got How How. Or her actual name, Penny How. Different spelling, all that. Very much the shyest and outwardly seeming the least deserving of the title of house leader, but her abilities are, if not equal to, possibly greater than those we've mentioned so far. When she puts her mind to it, she very much could be one of the strongest duelists overall in the entire academy.
Just gotta get her out of her room.
Which there is someone who does that, but that's neither here nor there, because they're not a house leader, so we would not be introducing them.
Unfortunately.
Maybe one day, though. Well, certainly one day they'll be introduced.
Yes, but would they have their art done?
Oh, well, that's another matter entirely. Oof. One day.
One day.
Just not this day. So Penny would not likely initiate any duels herself. She... I mean, you'll be lucky to see her in class at all.
Here's how... If you look at the counts of victories, they'll have so many more victories, but she'll have so many less, but she'll also have so many fewer losses.
Her win-lose ratio is better than any other house leaders.
But they may have more wins under their belt.
Yes.
Because she rarely do.
Mm-hmm. Which is why it's harder to successfully calculate how strong Penny is relative to the other house leaders. However, in terms of pure dueling ability, she could beat any of them if she put her mind to it.
I guess you could say she's more consistent.
Yeah. Which, if you were to look at their decks, which I'm not going to explain what each of their decks are, if you can figure it out yourself, honestly, good for you with Penny, because that one is as least believable as you might think upon first glance. But if you can, then that might make a little bit of sense as to why she is as strong as she is, which actually, her rank as house leader has 0 influence on her dueling ability. Some of the others, I'm not going to explain how that works, because there is a bit of a factor there. But Penny is the one who that... Well, no, she's not the one who that applies the least for, but the second least. Because there is someone who it cannot apply for. However, that's it. Because what? What do you mean that there's an advanced house leader? There's no advanced house leader. Well, maybe there is, but they don't need to be shown yet.
Nah, they're not that important. They're not all that good
No.
either.
No, they're not great at all. There's nothing significant about them.
I can beat them.
But can Maurice beat them?
I mean, probably.
Ooh, confidence.
I'm just saying that to just piss him off.
Oh,
I
that
honestly-
would.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying it.
Now,
Can nail a candle to a freshman. And I guess they give the title of house leader to anyone.
well, hopefully that was about as much of an introduction as you need for the advanced house leader.
Can't wait to push their button.
I can't wait till they appear for the first time.
Yeah.
Because, boy, the first time they're going to appear is going to be an experience.
Can't wait.
It's going to be a while, though, but ooh.
Hey, am I part of that experience?
No.
I think I am.
No, not
Maybe?
the first one.
No? Darn. Have to wait longer to push the buttons.
Yep.
Unfortunate.
No, their first experience is something. Which I hope we can get it across as well as it is going to be.
In our heads.
Mm-hmm. But there is still quite a bit until we get to that point.
Yep.
And yes, if new people are tuning in just now, yes, I am saying this a lot, I'm aware. If you have any questions for us regarding... Ooh, hey, a question from Peter. Thank you, as I was about this. I can move chat now that I know where it is. Thank you.
Have all the houses been... Oh, they're on my head.
Well, not anymore. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, I wanted to make it stick around. Got it. Okay, I have to fix that later. Not right now, because I'm going to read the actual question. Have all the houses been present since the beginning, or did some come out newer, or some come out earlier? Well, that is actually a good question. No problem. In short, most of them were there since the beginning of houses. In the beginning, Aether Academy did not have houses. However, after the construction of the concept of using houses with summoning mechanics, all but advanced were present, because they didn't think about that at the time. But as more people came in, more people relied less on a single mechanic, they decided to add another one, that being advanced. And who knows, maybe another house will be made in the process of the story. Wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hear me.
Now, was it you or I who was about to say something before that?
I don't remember.
Oh, right. No, I was saying something, but I was just saying that if you have any questions for us, whether about the series or the channel, ask away. Which
you were
was
repeating
then... Yeah.
Answered.
Well,
Yep,
not
yep.
so much answered, but someone did ask a question.
Yeah. You know what I mean.
So the point got across, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I remembered one that I thought about before.
Okay, and what would that be?
Is there going to be any relation between Aether Academy and anything you see on D1001 Tales? It may sound like... Nope, it may sound like this is a question that was asked before, but there is a difference.
Okay.
Because the answer is no, but things may seem similar. I can say an example that I believe was shown.
I mean,
earlier
there's
in
an
the
example
year?
like one of our faces.
Oh, hi, you're right. God, I'm an idiot.
You're welcome.
I was going to go on a whole thing to explain it, but I actually forgot about that.
God, how did you forget?
So, Maurice Flaubin, he is a character who did appear in a campaign on D1001 Tales, more specifically Fate 6 Zenith. towards the beginning and towards the end of it. However, the Maurice you will see in this series is not at all related to that Maurice. They are both played by me, but they are very different characters who have different experiences, different beliefs, possibly different personalities. More or less. They're not carbon copies of each other. So while only like a handful of people are like that,
Yeah.
but
Think of it as multiverse.
yeah, that's a
But
decent-ish
it's
way to
not
think about it.
actually multiverse.
No,
We're not
no.
doing that.
No.
It's just to make it easier to understand.
This is its own world, its own story. However, some characters may appear similar to others you have seen.
It's just because we like the characters and we want to keep using them.
Yes, it
Yeah,
also
it's amazing.
was easier to use some pre-existing characters than an entirely new cast, which I guess in the long run didn't really matter all that much.
No, it really didn't. We probably could have not, but
Yeah,
hey, we did it. It's fun. We like the characters' personalities, and a
it's
lot of
fine.
them.
Maurice is here. There's no retracting him now.
Nah,
There,
he's too important.
he's not going to
now.
become redacted.
No. I mean, technically, I wouldn't recognize Maurice, but maybe there are others who could, but probably not going to.
No.
Maurice is too important.
So yeah, if
And
you
he's
do
too
see
much fun.
characters in Aether Academy who you think, I've seen them before, is that the same person from there? The answer is no. However, the answer could also be yes, in the sense of it is the character, but it
inspired
is not
by.
the character.
They are inspired by
Yes.
that character. That's a good way to put it.
Yes, they may share a similar appearance, share a name, but that is about it.
Even then, this Maurice is very different from your other Maurice.
Oh, very. I mean, I could have given him a dog deck to represent Lobo,
You could have.
but I did not. Because I have already said what his deck is. Which is one of the few examples of revealing a character's deck ahead of time. Perhaps I will be doing that a bit more as we do character reveals along the way, but that's about it. I knew there was another question I had, but that was it.
That was it?
Well, that was the one I couldn't think of for a while.
Oh no, how man. Yeah, battery. No.
Anything you can think of on your end?
I cannot. I'm not the best when it comes to figuring out questions that people would want to answer because I'm like, I don't have any questions.
No, you're good. I didn't fully expect either of us to. I just made some just to save time while others were possibly not asking questions. Because I knew we wouldn't be getting a constant flow of them. But this is probably at least winding down.
Mm-hmm.
We got enough questions out. Did a bit of a reveal of the house leaders. All of the
Yeah.
house leaders have been revealed. Every single one of them.
All the ones that matter anyway.
Who knows? We might do another one where we reveal the faculty. Because we definitely could do that. Well, mostly. I'd like to get a bit more of the faculty done and ready before that, but overall they're good.
We'll get there.
So yeah, Aether Academy is up and running. The channel, not the series.
Mhm.
Series is in production. It is being worked on. Not so much as we speak, but as we speak. And be on the lookout for more news, whether it is about Aether Academy itself, or, just things that happen on the channel. Whether it's a little series coming out in the near future, or just other live streams like this, or other things. Wink.
Mhm. Nudge.
Who knows?
We sure don't.
Well, I mean, we don't know everything, but we know some.
Mm-hmm.
So, as per usual, thank you all for watching, And until you see us next time, no matter where that may be, on this channel, on the other one, in a video, in a live stream, thank you for watching, and goodbye.